We live? Okay. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us either this morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are around the world. I am excited to have you. We are doing a great event this morning, and turn off your cell phones, turn off all your email, and just focus in for a half hour, because I think what you'll be able to gain from this will be a lot of great information. It's called Uncover the Invisible Edge in the Channel. And I'm Dina Moskowitz. I'm CEO of Partner Optimizer. And I've brought with me today my CMO, Kerry Desberg, who, if those of you don't know, has incredible experience in the channel, in partner marketing. She's a marketer from the very beginning of her career, which spans a lot of different B2C, B2B, B2B technology. And we had a meeting of the minds when we met up a couple of years ago, all around the challenges that channel marketers and partner marketers have. And so let's go to the next slide. So I'm happy to introduce you to Kerry, and we're going to have a great conversation. And with a little bit tongue in cheek, we want to gripe with you. A lot of the people in the audience, some of you we know, welcome. Some of those of you are new to Partner Optimizer, new to our circles, and we just want to bring you a great 20 minutes that will really leave you here thinking about how you don't have to have the pain points that many of you still have. Welcome, Kerry.
Thank you so much, Dina. Such a kick to be here. She is absolutely right. It was just such a meeting of the minds when we ran into each other at, of course, a big channel show, and really started talking about the opportunity with Partner Optimizer and the challenges that all of us have in marketing when we don't have the right data. I have absolutely lived this. I have been to the channel forever. I was within Partner for years and years, part of the time as CMO. And I really know what the front lines of marketing looks like. It's tough. It's a tough world. It really looks like this. I joke all the time that it's a bit like the Hunger Games, because you're talking and you're running and you're trying to survive and figure out what it is that's going to do that you need to do to be most successful. So yeah, I've got my Katniss on, so much mocking, but I've really said this for years. It does feel like the Hunger Games, and I love the challenge of it. But every single day, the challenges that are coming at you are they're scary in your professional life. You're starting, you're a channel marketer. You're trying to figure out your ideal partner profile. And look, at the end of the day, in 2024, 20% of partners deliver 80% of revenue. Something has not been working to date to give you the right information to force multiply those results. You're trying to score those long tail partners and figure out, did I bring in anybody good? What percentage of those people match my IPP that maybe I could be doing a better job with? And my best place to recruit is with my existing partners. I've got a product launch coming up. I've got to go figure out. You're a cybersecurity company and you've got a new zero trust solution, and you're trying to figure out which of my existing partners have the DNA to be able to handle something like that. Or do I need to go and find an entire new set of partners that are going to help me make that launch successful? It's just so challenging. And of course, demand generation. In any given day, I hear pipeline. Kerry, we need more pipeline. We must have more pipeline. Of course, everybody needs more pipeline. And marketing, most companies have at least 70% of their demand generation comes from the marketing team. It is a tremendous amount of pressure on all of us to really help that demand generation engine run for your company. So let's talk a little bit, Dina, about why is this happening to us?
Well, in part, it's because there's this feeling of furious activity, right? You want to be strategic, but how do you be strategic when there aren't always the tools available to do that? And you're also playing whack-a-mole with so many different parts of partner marketing involved in a successful best practices program. And, from our standpoint, at the foundation is that there's insufficient amounts of partner data, and that there are tools that come into play that your organization oftentimes has because of direct sales. But those direct sales tools to build, a funnel, or to build a lead list, or to understand what type of market to go after or partners to go after, they're built for direct sales, for end customers. And there really is not any one place you can go to be more intentional and strategic. And so if you were able to have that kind of capability and tools that could allow you to really gather that data up front, it could really be game changing. And let's go to the next slide. I'm not going to read all this stuff here, but yeah, the bottom line, actually, I forgot about this, is millions of dollars and thousands of hours. They're wasted on the wrong partners because of the inability to have that access to those right tools. And when you roll that up, it's the next slide, which is really the bigger challenge, is that billions of potential revenue is going untapped or missed, or you're losing potential revenue and wallet share to your competition because of that playing of whack-a-mole, because of not having some good line of sight into partners from the beginning. And so what are some of those, bigger possibilities that if you could actually come into your new job, let's say you are now a channel chief, and I know many of you who are on here have joined your new partner organizations over the last 6 months. And imagine if you could actually invest with more clarity backed by data. It would be allowing you to know, like, which partners do you invest in incentivizing? Which partners do you need to meet next week at the Channel Partners Conference, for example, versus the ones that you don't really need to spend time with because they're not as qualified. I mean, imagine if you could be more agile, right? And have the data to back that, so that you could know, in a specific region, which partners are the right ones to recruit there versus a spray and pray technique. And, imagine if you could know from an agile standpoint, which of your, let's say your competitors were alienating partners that you could actually have an opportunity to go in and grab right now. You could actually find those. Imagine that. That's $1 million question that could get answered. Imagine if you could have a more focused go-to-market strategy, right? So things like, what if you understood what your total addressable market is, whether it's by geo or by a partner type or by a sector? That's $1 million question, right? Maybe it's a multi-million-dollar question. And which industry sectors are there holes in? Like, maybe you're in a competitive area, but your competitors' partners are really focused on certain regions or certain verticals, and they're missing a whole other area, or they're not seeing that partners, for example, who are becoming AI ready, are a great partner opportunity for you. So being able to understand those market dynamics and the market analysis and the landscape can be incredibly opportunistic for you. As well as, here's that other one, which we hear all the time. It's like, can somebody please clean up my partner and CRM database because it's a mess? I don't know who in my database is actually a partner. I don't know if they still do what they do because they've been in there a while. I don't know if we have the right contacts in for those partners who are alive. And so to be able to have that cleaned up and focus in on the right partners, the alive partners, the ones who are not going elsewhere, are all really big questions that if you could answer, could move the needle for you and give you so much relief.
Every single one of those, as a marketer, Dina, they just resonate so deeply with my soul. I could tell stories for hours about each one of those, of challenges that we faced in trying to figure out other verticals where there's opportunity and who can we really be going after cleanly. Just cleaning up the data, having somebody who is just a data genius. It's difficult to find that person. It's difficult to dedicate a resource to having a person who has the time to do that. And the instantaneous nature of what we can do to provide that clean data is just something that every single person who has a channel can benefit from.
Yeah. Well, from my perspective, There you are. I got to laugh at that. So
Yeah, you do. I mean,
I thought. You look beautiful, by the way. Much better than before.
Yeah, well, let's talk about the solution that we bring to the table and what we can do for everybody out there.
Yeah. Well, we do call it the PIPE platform. It's Partner Intelligence Platform for Ecosystems, and it's specifically focused on partner discovery, partner data, and partner insights that are actionable, that can solve a lot of those curious questions that you would want to ask in that prior slide, those use cases and examples. So next slide. And we try to go through here a couple of different ways to explain what it's all about. But at the core is that it's now allowing you to see who partners are from an aggregate level as well as from a granular individual partner one at a time through a whole new lens. Like who is a partner based upon all of these different business attributes and qualifications. And what do you care about in a good partner? Because what you care about is something that you want to find partners who align with you. But then you also want to know what those partners care about, because ultimately, if you can understand from a data-driven perspective what your ideal partner cares about and what their expertise is and what verticals they focus on and what they've invested in their own business and how they go to market, you're going to understand how to better fit in with those ideal partners for you and figure out better strategies. And you are going to stop wasting time on the wrong ones. You're going to invest more time in the right ones, and that's going to take a lot less time, and it's going to accelerate your trajectory. So rather than go through all those details, it's just, I can tell you that those are really critical business attributes about a partner company, so that when you actually find the connections and the contacts in those companies, you already know that they're working at a company that can be a good qualified partner. And so now we moved over to some of the things the platform provides, which is that hygiene. And what's important about CRM and PRM hygiene is not just to get rid of a dead record or to know that it's dead or valid. But, if you have partners and your partner no longer has a domain or a website that's valid, that means that the deals that you had with that partner, assuming you had deals with them, are at risk. Or let's say your partner is all of a sudden redirecting to a new website domain. Have they gotten acquired? Are they reinventing themselves to something different? Are they still your ideal partner and have potential to align? And if so, you want to know. And if they're being merged in somewhere else, is your own customer with that partner at risk? So it's really important. It's worth, thousands to millions of dollars to know if a partner is shifting in its business and if it's disappearing or dead or if it's redirecting. So Partner Optimizer is actually monitoring those domain statuses for you and giving you those notifications so that if that is happening, that you can jump on it more quickly than a year or two later when it may have already happened. And let's be real, 7 to 10% of partner companies in your database are basically shifting every month. We're seeing a degradation every month. And that's in our overall partner. We profile millions of companies, and we're seeing that as a general situation where we as a company are constantly figuring out why are they redirecting and where they're going to. So let's move to the next thing that we do really well. And that next thing is really all around partner discovery. And when I say data-driven partner discovery, I mean, you can look at a set of partners and use a set of best partners or a set of partners who you think you want to go to market with because you know that they really do have all of those attributes. And you can see what they have in common. And it's not just what you want them to have when you describe a stakeholder ideal partner profile. It goes a lot deeper because now you can see, let's say you need cybersecurity partners in ransomware who also do phishing and also have app security and also have endpoint protection, but maybe you're missing password management. Those are the types of things you can see within a set of best partners, and it helps you right there on demand revise and refine your search based upon an ideal partner profile that really captures the business attributes of your partner. And I'd love to give anyone on here a live demo of that, because it's actually a very fun and interesting and educational exercise, but it immediately hones you in on partners that make sense for what you're looking for. Let's go to the next slide. So another thing that we really help focus on is, well, this is again partner discovery. So if you are looking at a profile, right, you can see really who is that partner, right? You can see the business attributes and how much they're aligned with those business attributes, because we're not just looking at did they talk about it or not in a public domain, but we're looking very deeply in the public domain. Is a partner really talking a lot about one thing versus another versus everything horizontally? And so by being able to see the depth of alignment to certain business attributes, you can really get a feel for whether that partner is a good one for you. And did they actually match everything in your ideal profile or not? You can get some ideas of propensity signals, because if they match your ideal profile but are missing certain things, are they actually potentially ripe for your opportunity? And so it allows you to really understand not only who they are, what they care about, but their propensity to be a good partner for you, as well as how you can talk to them and how you can market to them. So let's go to the next slide. So now we look at ecosystem optimization. And I love this, and a lot of our customers love this, because, I mean, let's start on the left-hand side. To be able to gain immediate visibility into who your partners are on all these different business attributes, and then score them against a query, score them against your ideal profile, or score them against a classification or segmentation that you need right then and there. It's like bada bing, you know, you can see how many of those match it to a level of excellence, very good, good, and maybe. And it does the thinking for you. And so that when you see those ones that are excellent and very good and good, you know that they're the right ones to invite, they're the right ones to invest in or to activate. And you also know, very, very importantly, which ones not to waste money on, because they don't exactly match, and you're probably going to get a lot more results out of focusing on the ones who are the right match. The other cool thing is that when you see those ones that don't match, you can actually go in and analyze them. And so on the right-hand side, you know, for every set of partners that you have and you include in Partner Optimizer, we can allow you to see the business attributes that they have in common. So let's say you wanted to see your overall partner base, but compare your inactives to your actives. And it's going to show you by verticals, by solutions, by partner programs and competition, by the partner company type, all these things, and how much each of these partners have in common with every business attribute. And the insights you can glean by, and the ability to take this and turn it into sublists and to segment and to allocate to the right people, it's just so efficient. And it's really exciting and very relieving to be able to have this all in one place so that you can immediately go and take action on the next phase of your partner marketing journey. So next slide, please. You know, there's also another value, which is distribution, right? And so if you are in this partner tech world, many of you are looking at or are already selling through distributors, whether they are IT or cybersecurity distributors, or now there's AI distributors, and there's a lot of, you know, telecom and cloud infrastructure distributors. If you're working with distributors, there's no time like now to say, hey, this is my ideal partner profile. And do you have partners that match my ideal partner profile? Because you are investing in the distributors to find you partners and to acquire them quickly. And so give them the best visibility they can into what you care about, what is that data-driven profile, and put them up to the task, challenge them to tell you how many they actually have, and to go and put programs together to activate them first and foremost. You know, and also if you are a distributor, because we do work with disties too, it's really important that you immediately take action to find the right partners for those vendors in your catalog, right? As well as bundles. It allows you to know very quickly which ones to target and invite to programs and to new educational programs, and to take action now versus that spray and pray across everyone. Because, you know, nowadays it's about quality and revenue versus quantity and beautiful, slow but nurturing campaigns. The vendors really want more quickly. It's about the revenue generating versus just brand positioning. And then, it's all about researching new vendor acquisition too. So if you're a distributor, you can now study your own partners and see which vendors, which products that your own partners are working with that you're not actually experiencing, you're not actually having in your catalog. So by bringing those in, you can basically help bundle better and help your partners better with a one-stop shop, and help yourself generate new revenue with a new vendor that your partners care about. And then, obviously you can just go and discover net new to make sure that you are servicing all of the products in your catalog with the right number of partners and deliver on what your promise is. And then what's really exciting about Partner Optimizer, and this is whether you're a vendor or a distributor, is that you can generate industry research using Partner Optimizer very effectively. And you can have intelligence to unlock new opportunities and see trends before the industry is actually seeing them. And so, for example, on the next slide, we did an example piece of research on the unified communications sector, right? And what we learned is, we just said, how many managed service providers, what percentage of managed service providers are actually in the market that sell unified communication, but are not selling headphones and headsets, or not not marketing them. And we found that 81% of over 10,000 managed service providers in our research study, which is a great sampling, do not sell those peripherals. They do not market them. And so think about that. If you're a distributor, or if you're a unified communications provider, there's an opportunity. Or if you're a headset company, right? Or a selfie camera, or anything related to communications and collaboration, there's a whole market there of managed service providers that's untapped, that you could really go after and drive net new revenues. Because when they're selling things like unified communications, their customers obviously need those peripherals too. So big opportunities can be uncovered when you use a Partner Optimizer engine to research what those opportunities are. And the best part about that is you can find the opportunities, and right there you can figure out, well, who are the partners that actually match that opportunity? So it's not like you're paying a research firm and then going and having to figure out who the partners are. You're actually doing the research, finding the partners, and boom, you get to go right away and start taking advantage of that opportunity. So next slide, I think. Yeah, so this could be you, not Kerry, right? Yeah, so, for all of those partner marketers out there who understand and recognize the challenges that we spoke about in here, this can be you. You don't have to be that, Jennifer Lawrence who's going through the woods with bows and arrows, but instead you could actually have the keys to the kingdom, and really, for your own career, but also for your partner program, turn things into a very efficient operating engine by having partner data, partner discovery, partner insights at your fingertips. And we would love to help you do that. And whether you are a growth stage company with just a few partners, or if you're a channel consultant who's helping emerging customers get to market through channels and explore what those are, or you're an enterprise company with hundreds to thousands of partners, this is a foundational opportunity to really drive your partner programs to the next level.
Yeah, Dina, I echo all of that. I have been in marketing for a very long time, and it would be so boring if everything was the same as it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. The opportunities that we have now to change the way that we can work, and to have a different level of visibility because of what our AI-powered engine lets you do, it's really stunning. And it's so easy, there's so much noise around AI, and it's hard to sift through everything that is coming out and changing almost live in front of us. And most of us, I think, Dina, we were talking about a stat the other day of 77% of marketers are using AI and things like generating content. I use it all day, every day. But things are changing and things are new every day. And
But I'll
what
tell
we
you
want
something.
to
Yeah, and I'm so sorry to interrupt, but there's something to be said where we are all adopting the AI, but if you start to use public-facing generative AI, it is not optimized for the granularity of the channel of B2B technology solution and service providers, and so it will only take you so far and not provide you the level of accuracy, the level of insight and granularity of an engine that actually is refined and focused 100% on what the partner, what partners are, what B2B technology solutions are. And so the public-facing general AI that people know of as generative AI is a lot of fun and great. But when you have the data to feed into it that can really help to hyper target it, there's a big difference in quality and the level of efficiency, as well as the level of content that you can generate.
Yeah. So if you haven't, if you've been relying on the tools for direct sales like Zoom Info, which is a wonderful tool, but it's built for direct sales, it's not built for partners. If you've been trying to buy lists and manually go through and figure out who's really relevant for you, you're going to be in the same place. You're going to have 20% of your partners delivering 80% of the revenue. It is a brave new world out there with AI-powered technology that allows you to grok things that we never could have grokked before. So this is a really exciting time for marketers. We look forward to talking to you, scan for a demo, and show you the unprecedented level of visibility that we can give you now to really change the game for your marketing so that you can be the victor. So I think we're at the bottom of the hour. Thank you, everybody, so much for joining. There's so much we can do together. Looking forward to working with you. It's a great time to be a marketer.
Yeah. And, I do want to put a little plug in for all of those out you that there's a new book that came out called Partnering Success, and it's by Teresa Carregal. And there's a whole chapter, a lot of conversation in there about having the right partner and having the right partner data up front. And it's, plus so much else that you can learn about successful partnerships. So if you haven't seen it or had a chance to get it yet, definitely suggest that you take a look at it, that it will really give you a great education as well on how to really be a successful partner executive. But yeah, Kerry, thank you so much for joining and for, making this fun. And, I personally think using Partner Optimizer is a lot of fun. And so being able to equate it to these metaphors that you pulled in as a brilliant marketer was just great.
All right. Thank you very much.